So Ari Lennox has, I guess, responded to the backlash that she received for pretty much saying that she loved Martin, but the jokes that he did about Pam were a bit excessive, yada yada yada. Y'all know the rundown. If y'all don't know, well now you know. Let's see what she said. Hold on, I'm just making sure my mic is working properly. All right, let's get straight to this video. I ain't even gonna waste y'all time. Let's hear what she said.
In the process, continue to speak my mind and happily y'all off in the process. If I had ill intent, I would have came on here with a PowerPoint presentation that backs my claims on the types of jokes Martin used on Pam being wildly offensive. That will never be my intent.
I don't recall anybody, at least that I saw in the comment section, saying that you had ill intent. I'm not coming here to shame this woman, the black woman especially. But I was a big fan of Martin, so I just was like, whoa, hold on. I never, like, when she said what she said, I'm like, never in a million years would I have ever thought that somebody would have came with that type of, like, or even had that thought process. That's when I knew it had to be something internally. It couldn't have been something that she got from, like, it just wasn't that. I didn't see anybody come for try to say that you tried to degrade Martin as a person or anything that you just said. I didn't. That was everything I saw. Everybody saying in the comments. At least what I saw was, I think you're reaching. You're putting your own insecurity onto the show. You're letting that experience bring up an experience that may have happened to you, with you being a dark skinned woman. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was saying Martin. There's episode I just watched. I just watched episodes of Martin. It's on Netflix. I just watched a couple of them, bro. Not even because it is, just because I still watch Martin. It's episodes where Pam is initiating the roasting, and then they have it back and forth. Everybody was just so surprised, like, wait, huh? How the hell did you get that from that when they roasted each other? And there's so many times she's coming for his height, everything. But let's continue.
But I will stand on business forever knowing them jokes was wild. And I don't say any of this with any desire to...
Which jokes, though? Again, my whole thing is, she's not acknowledging, like, it was a two-way street. Was her height jokes wild? Constantly getting on his height? That's like calling... The height is equivalent to making fun of a woman's weight. That's like the man version of making fun of his weight, and making fun of a woman's weight is, it's just like, it's something that's, okay, you're gonna talk about his height that he can't control, but you got a weight problem that you can control. You can control your weight better than his. That's like, everybody knows that. And it's other jokes too she used to say, but never once did I ever think him or her were trying, like, I don't know. Let's
rewrite history. Those actors and actresses are legends, and I meant no harm to them. I don't need any army of people defending me or agreeing with me. That has always been a rare occurrence for me. But I feel amazing in knowing that I will validate myself and my feelings before I look to you or yours.
wait.
It's been a rare occurrence for me. But I feel amazing in knowing that I will validate myself and my feelings before I look to you or yours.
Hold on. Let's keep going.
Sorry. There we go. This is why it's read. Sorry. I'm going to reread that part. But I feel amazing in knowing that I will validate myself,
Reread? What are you reading? Are you read? Is this you or you reading?
and my feelings before I look to you for yours. I'm also aware that people have been called worse things by people they love and by their enemies. So maybe their experience with Martin was special and therapeutic and unique to them. I never was a fan of roasting, period, as I am a very sensitive, and I will for sure drag somebody to hell.
So it sounds like, I don't know. Is she reading something? Because she said, I read that wrong. It doesn't sound like... It's kind of like when I heard the apology this morning from I don't want to mispronounce her name. The racer... The track runner who was abusing her boyfriend. That shit, it just didn't... I don't know, bro. That's another whole topic. But this sounds like she's reading off something. And then also, she just projected her own feeling. Like, I'm a very sensitive person. That's letting me know that maybe somebody hasn't said word for word what Martin was saying to her, but somebody was coming at you maybe because you were a dark skinned woman or something like that. I don't want to assume what did or didn't happen, but I'm just saying I think you're really projecting how you felt in a particular moment to this show. Because I don't know where on earth, like, and you're also not acknowledging both of them were telling jokes. That's my problem with like these celebrities when it comes to like accountability of like not all of them. Again, I'm not, no disrespect to you, Ari Lennox. I'm not trying to come down on you or nothing like that. But I just got to be real. Like I don't, and it's men too. I hate the accountability that, you know what I'm saying, celebrities as a whole take. Like I know y'all probably got a million things. Y'all probably only see negative stuff said about y'all. Y'all gotta realize y'all popping for a reason. Negativity is gonna make you popping. If you ain't got nothing negative being said about you, what, nobody has 100% positive said about it. But I think y'all pay attention to the negative too much. So that's why anytime somebody comes with some type of constructive criticism, y'all look at it as hate. Cause it's a real account. That shit I saw this morning. Oh my god, bro. Hold on. Let's.
special and therapeutic and unique to them. I never was a fan of roasting, period.
You were never a fan of roasting, period. Again, you're projecting how you personally feel about that matter, and then you try to make a bigger issue, or it wasn't even an issue. You tried to make you tried to make a situation that was nothing, that had everybody like, huh? Martin and Pam used to go at each other. It's episodes Martin started it, and this episodes Pam started it.
As I am a very sensitive.
You're a very sensitive person. Okay, boom. Like I said, you're putting how you personally feel. You're telling us exactly what it is.
And I will for sure drag somebody to hell every time. But we were just playing, right? Absolutely not. I find and happily y'all off in the process. If I had ill intent, I would have came on here with a
Again, nobody said you had ill intent. They were just saying you were reaching. That's another thing. When celebrities take account, when they actually try, I'm even gonna say try to take accountability. Whenever you see an apology from a celebrity or them explaining a situation, not all the time, but a lot of times I'm noticing they go around the facts that were said. What was said was that, I know she saw it. It was multiple people saying they roasted each other. Pam got on his height. Pam made fun of his job. Pam hit below the belt a couple of times with Martin. And so did Martin hit below the belt with her too. You know what I'm saying? There was never any dark skin jokes made. Y'all, people were saying, well, it's because they portrayed the woman to have a husband or have a long term relationship as the light skinned woman that made the loud one the darker woman. Do y'all okay? Um, I, Pam could only Pam probably could have played that role. Gina can't play that role, bro. At least in that show, it wouldn't have fit. They tried to put they had Tina Arnold as a wife, and then her as the loud one, and Everybody Hates Chris for a little bit. If y'all know, y'all know. And when Tisha Campbell played Peaches and Everybody Hates Chris, you know, it was cool, it was decent. It wasn't good enough to keep her there all the time though. A lot of episodes, but I saw the narrative y'all tried to play. But let's keep going.
PowerPoint presentation that backs my claims on the types of jokes Martin used on Pam being wildly offensive.
It wasn't just Martin. It was Gene. It was Pam too. That's how I know she's going in circles and not going at what people were saying.
That will never be my intent or motive. But I will stand on business forever knowing them jokes was wild. And I don't say any of this with any desire to rewrite history. Those actors and actresses are legends, and I meant no harm to them.
We never said that. You said that they weren't.
I don't need any army of people defending me or agreeing with me. That has always been a rare occurrence for me. But I feel amazing in knowing that I will validate myself and my feelings before I look to you or yours. Sorry, there we go. This is why it's read. Sorry. I'm gonna reread that part. But I feel amazing in knowing that I will validate myself, and my feelings before I look to you
Like she wrote something down, like, and prepared it. That's
for I'm also aware that people have been called worse things by people they love and by their enemies. So maybe their experience with Martin was special and therapeutic and unique to them. I never was a fan of roasting, period.
Again, she never was a fan of roasting. Period. Again, she said I was never, meaning you're projecting how you feel into a and making something into a situation. They both got on each other. They both Pam. This episode's Pam was giving it to Martin, and Martin was giving it to Pam. It wasn't just it wasn't just Martin. That's like I say, these celebrities, whenever it's time for them to just take accountability on something or listen to something that and then they make a statement talking back, they go around the shit. Like they didn't like again, no disrespect to Ari Lennox, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. But I'm just being real, bro. I'm only addressing this like I'm about to stop. Why, bro? Fuck all that, bro. I'm a fan of Martin, the show Martin as a whole. Y'all know this. I said this in the last episode, the last video. You just going around the facts that were made. Nobody said you had ill intent. At least I didn't see that. Nobody said you had ill intentions. Nobody said you were trying to degrade Martin's name or the show's name. Everybody was just saying, why are you acting like it was just Martin roasting Pam? It was Pam roasting Martin plenty of times. Go rewatch the show. And you're projecting how you personally feel about the situation and then making it bigger than what it was. That was that was everything that we all were saying. But y'all heard it all. She says she's not a fan of roasting. That's letting me know that, okay, you projected your own feelings on this. So there were a couple stuff that I think I retweeted earlier. I wanted to watch this with y'all, but then I go straight to the comments. Pam frequently mentioned Martin's height. Does that imply she's disrespecting little people or those below average height? No. People should stop turning everything into a social justice issue by projecting their insecurities. And I wish somebody I just wish people would. Like they're probably now think about it, there probably is somebody out there who probably felt offended by her height jokes towards Martin. Get over it, bro. Just get over it. It wasn't that serious. The fuck? The fuck? I don't know what the it feels about way. Ari talked about how this content affected her as a dark-skinned adolescent. This isn't a social, it's her experience. Are you even qualified to speak on this? No, this person said that is exactly what it implies, and if someone feels a way about it, they can say so. Ari talked about how this content affected her as a dark-skinned adolescent girl. This isn't a social justice issue, it's her experience. Are you even qualified to speak on this? Listen, Athena is objectively cooler than the rest. Oh, shit. I guess you are, since you said it. This is what we're saying. Yes, you can speak on it, but she made false. How that made you feel as a dark-skinned girl. There was no joke that ever was said about somebody's color. There was no joke ever said about that. And you're also saying that how Martin would always get on Pam. That's false. They got on each other. There's plenty of episodes where Pam starts it. Or when Martin said something, she says something back. There's plenty of episodes when Pam starts it. And it's cool. We loved it. We loved every minute of it. That's what we're saying. It was like you aren't saying shit that's true. It's different. And you can say how something made you feel. It made you feel in that moment, whatever. But that you can feel whatever. I can feel. Sometimes we feel stuff that isn't entirely true. That isn't true. We just feel, and what is real are not the same thing. A couple more comments, and I'll wrap this video for y'all. Not only did Pam make fun of Martin, left and right, people of lighter complexion were made fun of on the show as well. Gina, the muscle butt, the big head, Tommy, ball jokes. Pam always got on before they was dating. She got on Tommy, made fun of Cole. Like, what are we talking about? Also, there were a lot of signs of admiration of dark skinned people's beauty. Let's see. Let me go to here. Wrap this video for y'all. If the Chino all never complain about Pam jokes during, yeah, we know that. Thank you for this is what I retweeted earlier. Yep. Thank you for Thank you for confirming what we already knew. Your whole rant was about you projecting your insecurities onto a fictional show because your feelings were hurt. This show is 30 plus years old. Give it a rest. Leave us alone. This dude is hilarious. If people comprehend what she said initially, she only spoke on her feelings. Why y'all mad about her perspective? Feelings aren't true. This is what we're trying to. This is why we're mad about their perspective, because what she said was incorrect. She said how Martin will always get on Pam. She never mentioned. When I hear that, if I go tell my mom that, and then she watches the show, and then she see, because my mom was in a big. She didn't really watch Martin like that. Um, she didn't really watch comedy shows like that. If I tell somebody who's never seen Martin that, they're going to think it's just Martin roasting Pam. They're not going to think Pam was always roasting Martin too. That's why we're saying that's incorrect. You can feel how you feel, but you have to state things that are correct, that are I'm gonna take this quote too. Documentation beats conversation. I heard Whack 100 say that, and I also heard Tease say that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Tease. You know what I'm saying? Death Bay Media. Shout out Tease, one of the hosts on Definition of Debate podcast. He literally said documentation beats conversation. So what she's saying is incorrect. She could feel how she feel, but you know what I'm saying? I tried to tell people this. Facts. Not to mention the show is entertainment. That's why TV shows is bad now, though. Nobody wants to have a TV show where you just can't say anything, because it brings. That's why comedy is going. I don't know. I ain't gonna say comedy going down the drain, but comedy is just like you. I don't know how you could be a comedian these days, boy. You gotta watch what you say. Crazy, because we got people like this. No, man, that's the end of this video, man. Hope y'all like this video. I had to bring y'all this part 2 of this. Make sure to smash that like button, and Bam Time signing out. Peace. Rest in peace, my brother and my grandma. Both our grandmas, and I'm gone, man. Bam Time.